This is the second of 3 videos exploring how to use this resource. The next few sections give examples of problems that could be used for your number talk. These are just for guidance, and over time it is hoped that teachers feel confident coming up with their own examples that are relevant to the pupils in their class. The first set are just standalone number sentences. If you click on a specific number range, for example, 3-digit plus or minus 2 or 3-digit up to 1,000, it will take you to that section. Any of these problems could be appropriate and would be used just as one problem for your number talk that day. Additional guidance can be found in the Notes section, which isn't easily visible here, but will be when you look at the document. And this also shows where this connects to the Highland numeracy progression. The following slide has equivalent examples for subtraction. As we go through, we can see that there are standalone questions for each of the areas, including decimals and fractions. On some occasions, you may prefer to use a string of problems and, as well as discussion around strategies, discussion around connections between problems and identifying patterns and relationships to build a deeper understanding can be had. Here again, if you click on a specific number range, it will take you to a string of number sentences related to that area. This could be presented one at a time to a class. This document is just to provide a place for you to find examples of problems. It is not anticipated that you would show this slide to pupils. It would be better for them to be written on either paper or a smartboard, but in a way that pupils can refer back to strategies used within a session or on subsequent days. The number of strategies you take for each problem and the discussion around the connections will largely depend on the relationships between the string of numbers and your class. You'll find a series of number strings for addition, and a series of number strings for subtraction. These then progress at each level as before. It is worth exploring the relationships between the numbers and consider why they've been chosen and put together in a string before you present them to your class. This will help anticipate strategies and connections that pupils might make, as well as considering questions that you, or pupils, might ask. If you're creating your own examples, it will help to build an awareness as to the types of connections that might be useful to build in within your number talk. The examples provided do not necessarily need to be presented in that order, in the order that they've been put in. The section for linked number sentences at a range of levels might prove useful for those teaching in multi-composite classes or where there's a wide range within the class. Guidance about presentation of these is included here. Following this, there are then 3 sections. Linked number sentences that span early to first level. There's also another section that spans first to second level and beyond, and a third section that spans early to second level and beyond. Only a few examples have been provided for each, as it is hoped that teachers will be able to use the other guidance within this document to develop their own examples based on the pupils within their class. You can see in the 2 examples here, the string of numbers is accessible for pupils who may still be using early level strategies, but also extends to second level. A connection between the problems has been built in. The third and final video on how to use this resource includes ideas about how to support and extend pupils working at a range of levels within a class while engaging them all in the same number talk.